Hello, and welcome to episode 7 of Crystal Tea Knits. This is a knitting and crochet podcast. I'm Tara, and you can follow me on Instagram, Ravelry, and Etsy at Crystal Tea Knits. I also have a Ravelry group called Crystal Tea Knits. If you're a new viewer, thank you so much for coming. My subscription thing has gone double, so I'm very excited about that. If you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back. I hope you enjoy the show. And my first thing is I got 2 projects done. That's right, 2. I'm very excited. My first one is my Ilster socks from Amethyst Knits. They are made out of Koji, and the number is P4207, the dye lot. It doesn't really tell you what color it is, but it's 100% merino wool, 175 yards. What was really cool about these was that I made them, I learned like 5 different techniques while making these. I'm very excited about that. I did first time ever 2 at a time. I did, what do you call it, German short rows, Jenny's cast off, a super stretchy cast off. What was the other one? Casting on 2 at a time. Ooh, I don't remember the other things. But there was 5 new techniques I've never done before. So, I was very excited about this. Oh, toe up. That was the other one. It was toe up, 2 at a time, German short rows, Jenny's super stretchy bind off, and then the cast on. I forgot what the cast on was, but it was a weird cast on. You have to like hold and it goes like, you go like this with the needles, like that. So, it was really cool that I learned all these techniques because this is only my 3rd pair of socks. So, and I love these colors. They're just so pretty. See a little purple in them? So I'm really excited. I made it ankle high because of, I don't like long socks. And I was getting a little tired of fidgeting with the two balls of yarn at the same time. I think from now on what I'm going to do is I'm going to have 2 different circular needles and then knit them at the same time. But it was cool to learn the techniques. And she does an amazing job of telling you how to do them. She even has links on YouTube to teach you how to do certain techniques and everything. And if you had any problems, I just texted her and she texted me right back and told me everything I needed to know with the German short rows, which I actually enjoyed. It came out pretty cute. See, I think it's, I beg me if I'm wrong, I think it's sort of like a fish kiss heel. It looks like one. I don't know what a fish kiss heel is just yet. I haven't done one, but everyone keeps talking about it, but it looks sort of like one. I mean, if I had, it goes like from here to here. So, I really enjoyed the German short rows. I liked it better than the original short rows that I've learned how to do. So, I would definitely recommend doing these. And they were a lot of fun. And I finished. This is my 2nd pair of socks for the Box of Socks cow. Very excited. My first test knit ever. So I'm very happy about it. And just got a pair of socks. Ankle size. I love it. So my next project is, my husband took my show notes. So I'm using my iPad because I originally typed it up to produce into the Ravelry group for the show notes. So let me see what I got. My next one is, I know, is the I Love Snow. I Smell Snow by, where are you? I'm so sorry about this. Naomi Brunette of So Knit Creates. I finished it. There's a long story on this one. Long story. I finished this the day of when it was due. It was another test knit I had to do. And I finished it. It was glorious. It was gorgeous. I mean, I loved it. But when I put it on, because I decided to fudge the patterns I wanted to make. I like big shawls, so I wanted to make it bigger. So I fudged the pattern. And I added 2 more repeats in the first lace section, which is right here. So that, I had 2 repeats. And I did this on a size 8, because what happened was, I don't know what's going on with my gauges lately, but it's crazy. I can't keep a gauge for the life of me. But when I did the gauge, it said that I was on top. So I was a size 6 needle. And yes, when I do garter stitch, I do it larger. So I'm doing it. I'm knitting it. I needed almost the whole lace section. It was like that big. And I'm like, there's something wrong. But when I do lace, usually I have to go up 2 needles. So I went up 2 needles thinking it's because I'm doing lace. Even though it's in garter stitch, I'm still doing lace. So let me go up 2 needles. This thing between the adding of the repeats and the size 8 needles was gigantuous. I'm not kidding you. I took this thing off. I was so excited to wear it. It touched the floor when I wore it. It was so humongous. I was just like, especially because I have white on the bottom. I have white on the bottom. It's gonna get dirty. So I was like, no, I can't wear this. So I took pictures. It was beautiful because it was snowing outside. So I got pictures of it in the snow for her. And it was so tall. I have this canopy tent outside. And I hung it on the canopy tent. It touched the floor from the canopy tent. That thing is already like 2 feet above my head. So there was no way I could have worn this thing. So I busted my fingers off. Like, you would not believe to finish this off. So I could show you guys how glorious the shawl is. This is one of my favorite shawls. I'm not kidding you. It is seriously one of my favorite shawls. And it is made out of Wool & Von yarn. And the narwhal base. And it's the special snowflake. I want to get a sweater's quantity of this yarn. I'm in love with this yarn. And when I first did it, I used 2 skeins of it. When I redid it, I only used 1 skein. So I have enough yarn to make a Mary Margaret hat, which I originally wanted to make a Mary Margaret hat out of this yarn. But I didn't make it because I was like, I want to make a shawl so badly out of it. So I said, if I ever have enough yarn left over, I'm going to make the Mary Margaret hat. I have enough yarn left over, people. It's going to happen. I'm going to do that next. I'm very excited. I already have it in a project bag. I'm ready. I didn't cast it on yet because I had to catch up on a couple other things. Because I finished the shawl. I finished it in 2 weeks. I redid the whole shawl in 2 weeks. And as I say, if you want to fasten it, you want to do... It's an easy lace pattern. It's glorious. Look. Look how beautiful that is. It's just, oh my god. I can't. I haven't blocked it yet. So let me show you the peacock bind off. You see it's bending forward. I'm going to block this. And then I'm going to show it to you next week again, blocked, to show you just how glorious this is. But what happened was that the blocking materials I bought, I showed you a couple episodes ago, my shawls are so gigantuous that I need a second set of blocking mats. So I had to buy that. So I just got them in yesterday. And I'm going to block my Miss May shawl and this shawl. I want to do properly. I want to do my half-ass, iron thing that I've been doing. I want to do everything properly because I'm doing a podcast. And also, the ends don't come out properly when I do it with the iron. They're always rolling up or something. My dogs are walking around. Sorry if you hear the So I want to do it properly, especially this. This is my favorite shawl. The only thing is, I wish I would have put in an extra repeat of the lace because it comes good, but I wish it was a little bit long. Maybe when I block it, it'll get a little bit longer because I like long shawls. But I was so scared of messing it up again. I was like, no, this is not happening. So that was what I did. I love it. I'm gonna wear it. I'm gonna wear it now because I just love this so much. So it's Wool & Von yarns. It's the blue special snowflake, and it is in size 7 needle now. Oh, my earrings. And also I use for the white part, the Anzula Nebula yarn in Un Naturel color base, which I love. This is my go-to white, I think. And it's sparkly, so it reminds me of snow. This is just, oh my god. I love this. I'm going to wear this constantly next winter. You will see me wearing it in spring even. I don't care. It's just, this is just pure ecstasy, this shawl. Definitely, if you need a fast knit, get this pattern. I'm not kidding you. I'm not saying it because I'm a test knitter or anything, but ecstasy, I'm telling you, I just love this thing. Look how pretty it is. No matter, I'm not good at folding. I just did it really quick, and look how pretty it is. I love this color. I love it. Let me do it a little bit more. It's like a bib now. Oh. There you go. Something like that. I don't know. Something like that. So, that was that. So, that's my 2 finished projects. Yes, I did 2 finished projects. So, to add to I think I'm losing my mind. Now I'm questioning my gauge and everything. So, I redid my Snow Melt Cowl by Helen Stewart of Curious Handmaids. Yes, I redid it. Luckily, I only had the one section done. So it wasn't that big a deal to take apart and redo. But I went down a needle because everyone was doing it a size 6. I was doing it in a size 7 originally. And I got scared. Oh, I didn't finish the row. Oh. Yeah, let me just, please don't fall off the needles. Please don't fall off the needles. Okay. So, I am so far behind on this. I don't feel guilty about showing you this because most people have had to, they've done the final clue already. It's out. I'm behind. So, I redid this whole section. This was section 1. Yes, I'm insane, I know. I did this whole section. That was, you know, it's a fast knit, and I love doing it. The only thing is, now I'm rethinking my colors. I don't know if it's I'm doing so much blue, because I did 4 projects. The hooded scarf, I didn't even do that this last couple weeks because I was busy with these 2 shawls. But, I've been doing a lot of things in blue. I don't know if I'm just tired of blue. Plus, it's so beautiful outside. I'm looking outside. It's beautiful. There's no light. I'm doing this during the day. There's no light on me. This is just New York. It's happening, people. It's spring. It's coming. I'm just excited. My hair is horrible. It's just so beautiful outside. I'm ready for pinks. And I've been buying a lot of pink yarn lately. And I've just been feeling like, why am I not knitting in pink and purple? In fact, I already put some yarn that I bought at Rhinebeck about 3 years ago. And I'm like, it's time I did this yarn. It's time I used it. I'm going to make a shawl. Why is my hair like this? I'm so sorry. And I'm going to start doing purples and pinks. I'm getting tired of the blue. So I don't know, from me looking at this, I'm just so tired of the snow colors because it's so gorgeous outside that I'm getting, I don't know. I saw other people's projects in this, and I saw them, and they were like purples and blacks and blue. I was just like, so beautiful. I'm definitely going to redo this shawl again. I'm not taking this off. It's done. I'm keeping this one. I'm going to make it again, and I don't know when I'm going to do it, but I'm going to do it, I think, in purples and blues and blacks because it's just a beautiful, beautiful pattern. She really outdid herself. I love anything from her. I'm already ready to cast on the Pebble Beach shawl from her and the Anissa shawl, I think. No, I already did that one. The amulet shawl, that's the other one I want to do. So, I'm going to be casting that on soon. And, oh, that reminds me. Wait, sorry. One thing I was happy about that I took this off. Something about this border I don't like. I like the way it looks a lot, but when I'm knitting it, it drives me crazy. Cause look, this one you don't see it because I fixed it. I learned how to, after I did, you basically knit 3, and you do a yarn over on the wrong side. Then when you go on the right side, you knit 3, and then you knit 1, take it out, keep it on the needle, yarn over, knit through the same hoop. So then it makes this big hole, and it becomes really tight. So what I did was after I did the yarn over, yarn over knit, I would pull the stitches over the next 4 stitches, just kept pulling it with my needle. So that's how I got it to not be as stretchy. Because if you look at my Santa shawl, that's why it came. Sorry, it's a little jumpy today. But look how pulled that is. I'm actually thinking about going through with a needle just see if I could pull the stitches up to see if I can get it a little bit less tight. Because when I put it on, I could feel you can see the tightness in it. And then this is so gartery that it's like folding in because it's such a tight edge. I don't like that. So I want to show you guys that. So I would definitely recommend after you do the knit, yarn over knit, I would definitely pull the stitch as you're knitting through the next stitches. The one that you had to do 2 together though was a little hard, so I just did it. I did it before I did the 2 together, the knit 2 together. I would put it through. If it's not coming out clear, you want to text me on Instagram. Feel free. I will explain to you what I did because it just wasn't coming out. It didn't come out tight with this one. It came out beautiful on this one. The other one, it came out very tight. So that's my technique on how I got rid of that. So I was very excited that it came out. Again, I would wear it now a lot more. Very happy. So back to my Snow Melt shawl. So this was Q1. And then over here, this beautiful white and gray lace is Q2. And that's when I started regretting my colors. Just like, oh my god. And I did just do the other shawl in this white too, so I was getting a little tired. But then when I saw the gray and the blue together, I really liked that. That's Q3. And what's interesting is when I saw this on the Grocery Girls, I couldn't really see the lace part over here on theirs. And then when you see the pictures of other people that made it, it looks very scrunched up. For some reason, mine came out much less scrunched. So you can see the actual lace pattern. I thought this was all like just garter stitches and garter stitch and stockinette. See how that is? I thought this whole thing was that. It's not. It actually has lace on it. And then this is the fourth one. When I tell you I've been knitting my fingers off, I've been knitting them off. But that's the fourth thing. The fourth one is very easy to clue. And I think the fifth clue looks very easy. I cheated. I looked ahead. I was curious. So it looks very easy to do. The only problem is now you're up to like 500 and something stitches. So you're knitting garter stitch forever. It's crazy. And my other shawl I'm doing, the Queen of Diamonds shawl, I picked up, I just did like 2 rows, so I'm not going to show it to you until next week. Maybe I'll even have it done next week, I don't know. I might run out of beads on that one, but that's another one that's 500 stitches. So I'm just like between the two, I'm like, hey. So I need a little break from all the long stitches. So I decided to cast on. This is my only cast on this week. And as I said, I've been pretty much faithful to those 3 projects, really. But this is the pussy hat that everyone's making for, it was for the Women's March, and now on March 8th it's going to be International Women's Day. So I decided to make one for it. I decided to join the bandwagon, as I like to say it. So I'm joining the bandwagon on this. So this is mine. It is made out of Canna Simply Soft. I had hot pink yarn. I'm not a hot pink person, really. I like purples better. So this is a pinkish purple. I think it's orchid, the colorway. No, this is blackberry. This is blackberry. This one's blackberry. And it's more pinkish than purple. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to go with that. So I just have to do another, I think it's 8 inches right now I've got. I think I have to go up to 12, so I have another 4 inches, and then I bind off. So this will be definitely done next week. And hopefully it'll be done by the 8th. I've been working on it all day today. So that's going to be gone soon. It's by Cat Coral, I think it is. Let me see. Who are you by? Cat Coyoli. That's who it's from. So, and it looks really big, but then I put it on and it's not. And I changed it. It's supposed to be 2x2 ribbing. I did a 2x2 twisted rib because I love me some twisted rib. Let's see it. I love it. So I just love. I'll put it on. Show you what it looks like. I just love the twisted rib. And I also decided to do it. I hate sewing, so I just did it in circular. I can really ruin my hair now. See, it's not that bad. It looks big on the needles, but when we put it on, it doesn't look big. I don't know why. But I'm not crazy about this yarn knitting with it. I like crocheting with it, but knitting with it, especially with the twisted rib, I wasn't crazy about it. Again, it was just something I had. I wanted to get this done really fast for the for March 8th. So I used it. I'm not crazy about knitting with it. It kind of like not breaks in half, but like you put the needle right through it. And it doesn't break, but it's annoying that you guys be quiet. My dogs, they're having fun. But you go right through the needle when you're doing the twisted rib. It's kind of annoying me, so I had to keep redoing stitches so I wouldn't be going through it and picking up random strands. But the stockinette looks nice, and it's very shiny. You know, there's no stellina in or anything, but it's a very shiny yarn and so soft. That's why they call it Canna Simply Soft. It's beautiful yarn for crocheting blankets. That's why I like using it for. So that's that one. This will be done next week. My other thing, I'm catching up. I had to stop again. I'm like a month behind on this blanket. This was supposed to be the Chance blanket by Kim Ruby Slippers, and it's www.madebykim.co.uk. Again, it's the Canna Simply Soft yarn. I got on second row though, so yay. Basically, what I do with this blanket is I take a dice, I roll it, and I have 6 colors corresponding to each number. And whatever number I roll that day, that's the block I make. So I have some more blocks I haven't sewn on. I've been horrible with this, I've been really focused on the testing, so I'm so far behind in this. So I think I should be on 3 rows right now. So I'm really going to start focusing. Clover, Spunky, stop. Oh my God, you're crazy. Crazy. Clover, come here. Nikki's sleeping. Get over here. Come here. Come here. Come here. This is the culprit, people. This is my Clovers. My Clovers. And Spunky has to get in on the act. Spunky. Want to say hi? Want to say hi? This is my Clover. And this is my Spunky. Oh, don't start that. When she gets excited, she does that. She just knocked over my, yeah, she just knocked over my tea. Okay. There goes my tea. Are you okay? You excited? I know, I got you excited. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have picked you up. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. He got excited. So, nice interruption, right? That's my chance blanket. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to look like stained glass, I think, by the time I'm done. Does anyone else does that when they get excited? They sound like they're choking and they're not? She does it. I don't get it. I don't know why she does that. But they're crazy. The two of them. They're like attacking each other and then they're kissing each other. And you're like, what? I don't know. Crazy, crazy dogs. I got some crazy dogs. So that's my chance blanket. Okay. So, I actually whizzed through everything, I think. I smell socks. I smell snow. Because remember blanket. Yes. That's all my projects. I whizzed through this. So what I'm going to do now is, where's the paper? I'm going to do my first ever giveaway. Oh yeah, it's happening, people. Paradise Studios was generously to donate a beautiful project bag, Snag Fleece Stitch markers, and Progress Keeper. So I am going to go online right now, and I'm going to draw the winner. I'm very excited about this. As I sit in tea, 'cause there's tea everywhere. Thank you, Clover. I'll clean it up later, just to get this thing. Oh, also, there is a coupon code from Ginger Snap That, Kim from them. She sent us coupon code. She also sent us project bags and everything to give away. So the coupon is for 10% off. Thank you, 69, for all my viewers. So I have a link in my Ravelry group. So that's why I said join the Ravelry group. You get coupons. You're going to do a knit along soon. As soon as I get 75 viewers of the podcast, of subscriptions. And it's going to be a lot of fun. So I would definitely join the Ravelry group. Definitely subscribe to my show so you know when new episodes come. Please tell all your friends about it. It'd be great. But here is the Paradise Studios giveaway. My first giveaway. Very exciting. So we have... Where am I going? No, I did coupon codes. That makes no sense. Sorry. Paradise Studios. Come on. Don't do this to me, people. Okay, so there is... I'm going to do 2 through 18, I think. Yeah, because the first one is me. So I'm going to go on my phone. And we are going to do the giveaway now. Where are you? I had you. There it is. So we can go to, what was it? What did I say? It was 18? 18. And the winner is number 2. So the first person that did it is Sarah771. You are the winner. Number 2. See? Ah, wrong thing. Ah. There, number 2. So you are the winner of this wonderful gift. You have to contact Paradise Studios. I will give her your name on Ravelry. And enjoy. Yay! You won! Alright, and that is the winner. Where are you? Right there. She won. So Sarah771, you are the winner. And that is the end of my first giveaway. So exciting. Okay, so I've decided to start an actual segment on my podcast. Because on Instagram, one of my friends, Emily, hi Emily, she said she never saw The Sound of Music before. And I was just like, how? How do you not see the sound of music? And then it got me thinking about my niece and nephew and how I've tried to teach them about old movies and everything, and they just didn't take. And it kills me that a lot of people don't know about classic movies because they are so much better than today's movies. I know the special effects and everything are not as great and everything, but the acting was so much more genuine, and it was so raw and amazing. And that these people don't know who Cary Grant and Bette Davis are. It kills me. So when I told her that there were more Rodgers and Hammerstein years ago, she's like, "You're kidding me? There's more?" And I was like, "Yeah." So that's what got me thinking, like, I went to Manhattanville College. I was a drama major, dance theater drama major. And, not dance theater, it was dance theater major. But because of my class, we actually made a musical theater minor. And I minored in photography, but it wasn't for us. There would not be a minor for that because everyone in my class really loved it. And our professor at the time, he was like, "That's not real theater. It's musical theater. It's not real." So he thought I only knew about that. I mean, I loved Shakespeare and Europe. I loved all that stuff, you know. But I loved musical theater. There's something so amazing about watching an old movie, especially a musical. And basically, I know a lot of people say they're corny and everything, but they're not. Basically what happens is when you are you have such emotion in something, you're so overwhelmed in emotion that mere words can't express it, that you just burst down into song, and that's what a musical is. I know a lot of people are like, "Oh, why are they singing?" It's because they're so happy, and they have so much emotion, and or they're so sad, and they need to get it out, and it just comes out into something beautiful like Rodgers and Hammerstein. It's like, I'm crying. This is one of my passions. Knitting and musical theater was my passion. You know, I mean, I would have went into it professionally. I did do one professional show. I got scholarships to a conservatory for singing. I did do some stuff, but unfortunately my grandmother got sick right out of college, so I didn't pursue it because I was busy taking care of her. So, I mean, it's always been one regret. But my husband always said, "Oh, you're cheating when you're kissing someone else." So I just didn't go for it. I should have went for it, but I didn't. But I can't say I didn't fail because I didn't try. So, well, I guess as far as failing. But it's still, I hear the song, another opening, another show, I go hysterical crying. There's no business like show, I cry. Because that's where my passion is. You can hear my voice tearing up now. So just the idea that no one knows about these movies and that you might be enjoying them, I just want to share my knowledge. I've actually, my musical theater class, in movies, the teacher wanted to kill me because I could have taught the class. One of their assignments was you have to watch a new musical theater every single week. I watched all the movies. I knew them all. He had to go crazy trying to find something for me that I didn't see because I've seen it all. And he finally found Ginger Rogers and Fred Astaire films. So for the whole thing, I watched 10 Ginger Rogers and Fred Astaire films. FYI, love them. But that was the only thing he could find that I didn't like. I mean, he was like, "Little Shop, seen it. Athena, seen it." He was just like, "Is there anything?" I'm like, "No, I've seen it all. Singing in the Rain, got ya. Rodgers and Hammerstein, I know by heart. I could sing all the music from it. I know everything." So it was very important that I just tell people about this because it's a time gone by, beautiful art that people don't know about and that they should. And the way I got into it was, gonna laugh. Of course, Somewhere Over the Rainbow, sung by Judy Garland in The Wizard of Oz. I saw that. I fell in love. The way I go about my old film obsession is I find an actor. I fall in love with that actor. Started with Judy Garland. I saw every single film Judy Garland ever made. I went crazy. Back in the 90s and 80s, it was hard to get these films. Now it's much easier. You got Amazon Prime, you got Netflix. It's much easier to get them. Back then, it was impossible to find these films. I was like stalking them. People come in my house in my basement and they're just like, "Oh my God, you got so many movies." And I'm just like, that's what I'm passionate about. And I have been rebuying them on Amazon because they were on VHS and the VCRs don't work and everything. And I've been rebuying a lot of them. And I've been rediscovering how much I love certain ones. And I just want to share it with you. because it just kills me that someone didn't know about it. And obviously from Emily's response to The Sound of Music, that she wants more. And I think everyone would want more. If you like this segment, please let me know on Instagram and on Ravelry. I would love to hear from you. And I'm just going to tell you maybe like one movie a week that I'm really interested in, that I've rediscovered, of an old actor. And again, you can't go wrong. Anything with Cary Grant, Betty Davis, Doris Day, Katharine Hepburn, Humphrey Bogart. It's just, the list goes on and on. It's crazy. Jean Crane. I mostly seem to look really obsess over women actors because that's what I was studying for. So I have like this repertoire of music and everything from the 1940s and 50s that you would not believe. And people always tell me that I should have been born in that era. They say I look like someone that was born in that era. And then they talk to me like, oh my God. Like I used to go walking around my high school wearing a poodle skirt. And people would be like, what's wrong with you? I was like, Bye Bye Birdie. I'm in Bye Bye Birdie. I'm wearing the poodle skirt. So it was just, everyone was like, you don't go upstairs in the poodle skirt. I'm like, I'm going upstairs in the poodle skirt. I don't care. It's what I do. So it's just something that means a lot to me, and I would love if I could share this with other people so they can discover, so these old movies don't disappear, because I feel like a lot of them, they won't look at them because, oh, they're black and white. I'm not going to watch something black and white. You know how much you're missing because you won't watch something black and white? As I say, it kills me, my niece and nephew will not watch this. I've tried, I thought I got them on, I forgot what musical it was. They looked at one musical, they liked it a lot, and then we tried to look at My Fair Lady, and they were just like, not in the mood. They had to look for it for school, and I think that's why they ended up liking it. But they liked it a lot, the musical. I wish I could remember what it was, and they were in shock. I knew what it was, and I was talking to them about it. I was so excited, and then they went. Because I remember buying my niece The Parent Trap and Pollyanna. And as far as I'm concerned, those are two things every little girl should grow up looking at. Watching. And she never opened them. It killed me. She never opened them. I think I opened one of them finally, but I remember 5 years later, it still never opened. She never watched them. And I just don't understand how someone could not watch these films. So, again, I hope you enjoy this segment and me telling you about my knowledge on old movies. And I hope you learned something and that you'll go out and rent these films. So the first one I'm going to do, because of Emily, this one's for you, Emily, The Sound of Music. This has basically a lot of songs that you hear on TV in commercials and everything, or that you hear in the movies today, is based on Rodgers and Hammerstein. They have made so many songs you would not believe from, and as you watch them, everyone's like, oh my God, that's from that? That's from that? It's like 16 going on 17, Climb Every Mountain, Do, Re, Mi. That's from this one. Some of my favorite things, they're all from this. Basically, the story of this one is Maria's becoming a nun, and she's very, very hyper and high-spirited, and the nuns don't think she's going to become a good nun, so they want to send her out into the world so she could see if this is really what she wants to do with the rest of her life. So she goes and she becomes a governess for Captain Von Trapp's children. And these children lost their mother at a young age. The father is part of the, I think it's the Navy. And they're brought up as Navy children. And they have no love. They have to respond to whistles and everything. Toy going off. And they're just very, they play tricks on people and everything. They're just very unloved. So they're looking for love. So she teaches them love through the magic of music, and she teaches them to sing and everything. And basically Captain abandoned music because when his wife died, he was just like, I don't want music in my house. So it comes back, and plus you got the Nazi invasion going on and everything, and it's just a beautiful, sweet, sweet tale of people learning to love and that there is hope even when you're at probably the bleakest time in the world, which is during World War II when the Nazis are coming. And it's just beautiful. When Mother Superior sings, Climb Every Mountain, You Die. It's just gorgeous. And then Eloise, It's beautiful. Oh, no, Adavine. Adavine. It's quite Eloise. I keep saying Eloise. It's Adavine. Edelweiss, Edelweiss, you look something to meet me. See, it's just beautiful songs that just come at your heart. That's what Rodgers and Hammerstein is all about. And this other one, which this is actually the first musical I've ever seen in my life on Broadway. It was The King and I. I saw Yul Brynner's last performance of this. My family, I always said something, I can't say it because of that. If I say what I said, you're going to know what happens at the end. But my family always makes fun of me to this day that I said that. They thought it was the funniest thing in the world. But I feel very fortunate to see his last performance in this. And while I was looking up stuff on these movies, I actually found out there was a TV show during the 70s based on it. But how popular this story is, basically Irene Dunne and Rex Harrison did it in the 1940s. They redid this one in a musical version, which this is by far my favorite. It's phenomenal. They made it into a cartoon. Yes, I have the cartoon. I'm going to show my son this soon. I was actually watching this earlier today, and he was stopping whatever he was doing and he was looking. Since he was little, he used to do that. And I love that he actually responds to the music from these movies. And the latest version is Anna and the King. Basically, she is an English widow, and she comes to Siam to teach his children. He has about like 80 children that she has to teach into the European way because he wants to show that his nation is not backwards. And while there, she ends up changing the fate of the country and bringing Europe in there and teaching them manners and everything. But not only does she change the country, she changes the king. He becomes more loving, more thoughtful, and he's a man that he's looked on as being this tough man, but he wants to do good so much. And she teaches him how to go about bringing justice and get rid of slavery in the country and everything. And it's just beautiful. I mean, when she sings his first wife, he has like about 70 wives. That's how they were back then in Siam. So he has a lot of wives, and his first wife, which is called his main wife, she, what is her name? Tiwei, I think, no, Tiong, I think it is. Tatim is his newest concubine. But she sings this thing called Something Wonderful. It makes you cry. If you don't cry when you hear that song, I don't know what. It's so glorious, the music, the swelling of the music in the background while she's singing this beautiful lyrics to the song about why you will always love him even though he makes all these mistakes. It's gorgeous. And the songs, again, you will recognize Something Wonderful, I Whistle a Happy Tune, Getting to Know You, which they just had a commercial, I think it was a Kmart that just did that commercial. Hello, Young Lovers. The songs from Roger and Hammerstein, they just go on and on. They're timeless. They will be from generations on. This is what they're from, these movies. And I would definitely recommend these two. I've got one more, which is a lesser-known Roger and Hammerstein. It's one of my favorites. It's just fun. It's so much fun. It's called State Fair. Basically, in the 1940s, people used to have state fairs around here. And you would come from miles around and go to the state fair, and you would stay for the whole week. And this is basically just a family going to the state fair. But the music in this is astonishing. It's just happy. You will come around humming these songs. A grand night for singing. It's a grand night for singing. The moon is flying high. The earth is aglow, and to add to the show, I think I am falling in love. It's just songs like that you get in your head, and you start swaying to the music. It's just beautiful. And Gene Crane's in this one. Gene Crane. And this man right here, who is he? Dana Andrews. My grandma said he looked like my grandfather, so I always remember that. The costumes in all these films, especially Anna and the King, gorgeous costumes. This dress I wanted so much when I was growing up. I just love Gene Crane. She is just gorgeous, sweet, wonderful. She is amazing. And if you want a fun, corny movie. It's very corny, but it's beautiful. I would definitely go for this one. If you're looking for a family classic, go for this one. But if you're looking for a gorgeous, gorgeous tale, this one. And what's a little bit disappointing, Deborah Carr in this does not sing in this. I was very upset. But Yul Brynner is astonishing in this. Because he is usually played the tough guy in all the movies. And he plays this. You just want to cuddle him. You just want to give him a big hug. He goes, etc., etc., etc. And you're just like, oh my. Every time he says that line, you just bust out laughing. Because this man, this big, strong man, he's learning these ways, and he's just trying to be like, I'm going to say this. And he, like, at one part in the movie, he wakes her up in the middle of the night, says, I want to marry a letter to Abraham Lincoln. I'm going to send him dozens of male elephants so they can reproduce. And she's like, don't you mean, are you sure you want male elephants? And he's like, yes, don't interrupt me, I'm talking. And then at the end, when he's done talking, she's like, are you sure male elephants? She's like, well, you do the details. I don't. It's just hysterical how he does it. They make me happy. These movies make me happy. So Emily, I would definitely check these two out. Anyone who has not sound music. Oh, by the way, Julie Andrews, phenomenal. Julie Andrews and Christopher Plummer are in this one. Phenomenal. It's just beautiful. And the sets in this one. Oh my God, the sets. Oh, and again, they didn't go on location back then. So they had to make these on sound stages, and they're just beautiful, beautiful things. And State Fair, oh my God, the mincemeat. Mincemeat. Watch it, you'll know what I'm talking about. Mincemeat. It's hysterical. I'm trying to think what else on this one. This is my favorite. Oh, it might as well be spring. When Gene... I don't know what I'm saying. When Gene Crane sings, it might as well be spring. Oh my God. I used to just sit there and listen to it for hours. I'm not sure if she's actually the voice for it. Again, back then they used to, a lot of the actors, they used to take an unknown person and have them in the soundtrack. But it was, the songs are just, oh my God. I can't go, you have to check it out. You have to. So next time I'll probably talk about the other 3 Rodgers and Hammerstein films. And then I'm going to branch out to other actors and everything and genres. So it won't always be musicals. But musicals is where my heart is. It really is. Like, I remember one time I was in a movie theater. My friends wanted to choke me. I just discovered Annie, Get Your Gun. So I busted out, I can do anything you can do. And they were like, oh my God, shut up. And I've got the big Ethel Merman voice. I can do anything you can do. And they were like, what? And I'm like, shut up. I'm like, no. And my one friend started in with me, and they were like, we don't know you two just go. Because I would sing anywhere. I really would. I haven't sung in years. I just love singing, and I love watching the musicals. I stink at dancing. I am not a triple threat, people. I'm a dual threat. I am not a triple threat. So when dancing was never my thing. I've tried to dance. I can get away with it. Let me put that. I can get away with it. I don't remember it too much now because it's been, God, how many years has it been? It was 2002. It's been 14 years since I graduated college. So I haven't really danced since then. I danced at my wedding. I took dance lessons for my wedding, so I know how to foxtrot and all that, but like tap and all that I haven't done for a long time. But I used to love it. I mean, I was not a dancer. I used to love just going in there for rehearsals and everything, doing it. So definitely check those out. And I hope you enjoyed my podcast. And hopefully I'll have a lot more knitting. I actually sprained my finger from knitting so much yesterday because I was so trying to catch up with the snow melt shawl. I was trying so unbelievably hard to catch up with it. It was crazy. And my finger, this finger and this finger, I don't know, like doing something, I don't know if I hit a nerve or something, that I didn't knit all day today, and then also I was like, let me bring up the pussy hat. Let me try to do that. So it didn't hurt me too much to do that. Again, I was using big needles and everything. So I had to take a break on the snow melt shawl. I'm hoping to get that. I'm definitely going to cast on for next week the Hermione's Everyday Socks. Since I finished a pair of socks. I'm trying to do the box of socks cow. Plus I want to do the Cozy Knitter thing. And then I also will go into the Inside Number 23 Cal for the Harry Potter-thon because it's Hermione. Love Harry Potter. So I got that. I'm also going to cast on this. Oh, this is a new bag from Molly Klein Designs. This is one I was telling you about last week. This is officially my favorite bag. Look at the sparkles. I don't like this type of fabric, but I just love that it sparkles, so it gets away with it. And look how beautiful it looks with the teapots. I'm so glad I didn't make her change it. Because that last time with the Gilmore one, it had just the plain white on the bottom, and she changed it for me. I'm glad I didn't. But I'm going to cast on, I think, a sweater in this. A short sleeve sweater. I bought this when I first started knitting. And it is by Cascade Yarns. I've been staring at this for about 7 years. I am done staring at this yarn, people. I'm done. I'm casting it on. It's what's going to happen. And I want to wear this. I have 5 skeins. Another reason why I was scared to cast it on, it's only 1,000, maybe a little bit more than 1,000 yards. But it's made out of cotton, and I seem to knit very large with cotton. So I'm hoping this will definitely make a short sleeve sweater. And watch me end up doing what I did with the tank tops that I made. And I end up having a lot left over, and I'll be like, what am I going to do with the rest of this orchid cotton yarn? But I've been staring at it for 7 years, and I've been wanting to do this for a while. So I think that's going to happen, because I think I'm done with the shawls a little bit. So I definitely want to make that. And, oh, I won something. I won something on Instagram. Look at this gorgeous skein of yarn. I actually didn't buy anything this week, but I won something. I have been joining a lot of things on Instagram trying to win yarn. It's for fun. And this was the one. It is by... Oh, God, I don't even know. Wait, let me open this a little bit. It's called Face to Face. And it's Journey Sock, Superwash Merino Wool, 20% nylon, 400 yards. I want to say it's Colorblind Yarn Company. Oh, God, I feel horrible. I don't know who I won this from. Why would you cover the name of the yarn? You're supposed to show it. Okay, I'm going to find out right now, because I want to show you how beautiful it is. It's got, look at the blues. That's why I picked it out, because it's a different color blue than I've been using, and it has pinks in it, too. It had all my favorite colors, and I just thought it'd be fabulous to be as an accent on a shawl or something. Maybe even socks. I don't know. But I got really excited that I won this. But I can't believe I don't know who did this. And it's funny because I didn't know I won. And they sent me something saying they won. That I won. And I was like, oh my God, I feel so bad. I didn't know. Oh, Unwind Yarn Company. That's who sent. Unwind Yarn Company. So definitely check out their yarns. It's amazing. It's so soft. Oh my God. It's just so unbelievably soft. I love it. Oh, so excited I won something. I never won anything. No, I won one thing one time in college. It was a man's jacket of Snapple. I've never worn it, obviously, because it's a man's jacket. I gave it to my nephew, and I think he ended up giving it back to me. That's the only thing I ever won. So I'm excited. I finally won something. Very exciting. And there's one more thing. I'm so sorry. I'm like all over the place. I had to move everything, and then the whole thing with the dogs. Which my dog is now sitting at the window, shaking, freezing, because I have the window open. Because I want spring. I'm ready for it. Even though it's freezing outside again, I want spring. But let me show you my Cozy Memories bin. I added 3 more squares. So this is my, Bayview Fiber Arts Blueberry Cheesecake in the pine base. This is Wool & Vines Narwhal in Special Snowflake. And I'm going to put next to that the white from Zor Fabrics. Part of me wants to do a whole row of the snow melt. Maybe I'll see how it looks. I can always take it apart if I don't like it. And just have all the snow that I've been doing as a reminder, but I'm afraid it might be too light compared to the rest, because look how dark everything else is. I don't know. But I'm going to put the white here, maybe the gray, then the blue, and then my snowflake socks over here. I'll see how crazy it looks having all them together. And then this was my Koji one from my Ilsa socks. So I made a little progress on that. I can't believe I forgot to show you. I'm so proud of it. I was actually having a lot of fun knitting this yesterday. It was a lot of fun. I forgot how much fun I had doing this. I just needed a break from shawls because I was really, to rip out an entire shawl and have to do it again and do it so fast. I know I didn't have to do it, but I wanted to wear this so bad. and I did it, and I was just like, I'm tired of blue. I'm tired of shawls. And then so the 2 shawls I'm doing right now are at 500 stitches, which is insane to knit. You get bored of it. Luckily, it just seems to be plain. No, wait. The diamond one is going to actually start lace now. I did all just plain knit with the other one. Now it's going to start lace. So it's going to be a lot. It's going to be a whole lot. Yeah. But hopefully that will be done soon. I'm hoping to get all my shawls off the needles so I can start some new shawls. So I think I just need to look at something new. So I'm definitely excited. I have that purple yarn that I want to cast on from Rhinebeck with this company. I think it's called Chattanooga Yarn. But they're amazing. When I show you the label, definitely check them out. Every year at Rhinebeck, I go straight to their booth. I'm not kidding you. I buy like 2 to 3 skeins from them every single year. Their yarn is so beautiful. So I've had this caked up for the last 3 years. Since the moment I came back from Rhinebeck, I caked it up right away, but I didn't know what to make out of it. So I'm definitely going to make a shawl out of that one. So I'm going to make a sweater soon, and the everyday socks, and then the hat to go with this, the Mary Margaret hat, because I am a big Once Upon a Time fan. Love that show. So excited. It's starting up again today. Yeah, the beginning of the season was kind of boring. I didn't like the whole Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, but I think that story has been so played out on every single show. They have done that one, and It's a Wonderful Life, and A Christmas Carol. I am so tired of seeing these stories played out in every single TV show. It doesn't have to be a Christmas episode. They will play this in somehow. And it's just like, oh my God, get a new story, people. So when I saw this, I couldn't get into it. But now it started getting good again with the whole Mary Margaret falling asleep and Prince Charming up, and then he falls asleep and she wakes up. I kind of like that, like how they're going to resolve that and everything. So I definitely check that out tonight. Oh, and I'm very excited about The Feud coming out. Oh my God, they made a movie on the Joan Crawford-Betty Davis feud. Oh my God. It's like, when I saw that, I nearly jumped out of the couch. My husband's like, what is wrong with you? I'm like, it's Betty Davis, Joan Crawford, The Feud. And he's just like, what? So I can't, that's starting soon. I don't know if it's this week or next week. But that, oh my God. And they actually got big stars to play it. I think it's Susan Sarandon's playing Betty Davis. I don't know how that's going to be. Just, I know I shouldn't say this, but Betty Davis is just, she is a goddess to me. And just anyone trying to play her or Cary Grant just seems wrong. But I'm so excited about this. And she does look a little bit like Betty Davis, so I'm actually excited about that. And I forgot who's playing Joan Crawford. But basically they had this big feud going on in Hollywood. They hated each other. They passionately hated each other. I mean, they would do mean things to each other. And they had to do a movie together called Whatever Happened to Baby Jane. Definitely, if you like horror films, check that one out. It's... Well, I've looked at it a few times. I can't watch it. It's bad. It's bad. I mean, at one point she gives her sick sister a rat on a plate for dinner. She like does all these mental tortures. She's crazy. Betty Davis is whacked out crazy in this. No one can do whacked out crazy better than Betty Davis. I am sorry. She is brilliant. No one will ever touch her. I'm sorry, America, 100 best actresses. I love Katharine Hepburn. I don't know why you voted her above Betty Davis. No. Katharine's number 2, Betty, number 1. Same thing with Cary Grant was number 2, and Humphrey Bogart was number 1. Humphrey Bogart pretty much played the same character in every single thing. There was no real acting, where Cary Grant went through phases. I mean, when he first started out, that's why I think John Stamos is our Cary Grant of today. I mean, I love John Stamos. He's not as good an actor as Cary Grant, but he started out in phases like Cary Grant did. Because first he started out as the screwball comedy, which John Stamos did. And then he went into the sleek, sophisticated guy, which is John Stamos. And then he went into the Hitchcock era, Cary Grant, where he was, is he murder? Is he not murder? And it seems now John Stamos is doing that on Scream Queens. I watched part of the first season. I haven't really I want to see it just because John Stamos is on it. I haven't really watched it, but it killed me that Humphrey Bogart and Katharine Hepburn got number 1 over those two. They just such a range. Like, basically anything you threw at Betty Davis, she took. I mean, she didn't care if she looked pretty. She didn't care if she had to go in the mud. She didn't care. She did it. If it was a good character, she would do it. She had no vanity whatsoever. She would just go. I mean, she hated the younger act. She hated Marilyn Monroe. She despised Marilyn Monroe, let's face it. But she would do any part, and the parts that she did, but I think about 90% of her films are amazing. There are some real bombs, especially when she first started acting. They just threw anything at her. They're just like, oh my god. But I'm so excited about The Feud. I'm very excited about that. So I would definitely check that out. I think it's Showtime or FX is doing it. I don't know which one. But I would definitely check that out. That's going to be amazing. Just to find out about Hollywood royalty back then. We don't have it here anymore like they used to. I mean, it was, and the feuds that go on. I mean, they were texting people to do a feud. They did stuff to each other back then. So it's pretty phenomenal. And Catherine Zeta-Jones is in it, I heard. Oh, Judy Davis. Oh my god, she's amazing. She actually played Judy Garland in a biography. Every time I see her now, I just think Judy Garland. She looked like her. Especially when Judy Garland lost weight in the end, when she was older. Judy Davis is like so scary, like Judy Garland. It's terrifying. I'm not kidding you. And it was just an amazing, amazing. I definitely look at her biography, but I can't wait for this because there's so many stars in this. Faye Dunaway. That's who's playing Joan Crawford. Faye Dunaway. That's, I think. You're going to look at me like, she's not Faye Dunaway. I think it's Faye Dunaway. But definitely check that out. Okay, I'm done talking. I will see you next time. Don't forget to check out the coupon codes from Ginger Snap That on my Ravelry site. Don't forget to subscribe. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram and Ravelry at Crystal T Knits. I will see you later. I hope you all enjoyed my new segment of classics. I went a little bit longer than I promise it will just be like one movie from now on. Maybe two at the most. Because of The Feud, I went on even more into my whole Hollywood spiel. But I know everything. I really am. I need to become one of those people on Turner Classic Movies. Because I would love that job. I really would. I could go on and on forever for things. I could drive people crazy. So, that's my thing. Let me know if you like the segment. And if you like all the history about old Hollywood. I've got it all. Alright, and I will see you hopefully in 2 weeks. I did pretty good. I got like two and a half weeks, so I will see you then. Alright, bye!